Hey Nobles, it's Mayor Chris Jensen coming to you from City Hall with a little hoarse voice for some reason. 'Tis the season for a little sickness, but we're going to fight through it for another edition of the Friday Five for Friday, March 8th, 2024. Welcome to Friday, welcome to the weekend, and here are the 5 things you need to know going into this wonderful weekend. I think it's going to be a little wet, by the way. I saw that on the news this morning. It's going to be really beautiful next week, so be on the lookout. I'm very excited for springtime. First things first, speaking of spring, what comes along with spring? Oh, somebody said street sweeping. Yes, I knew somebody out there was thinking street sweeping. That's what I want to tell you a little about. We're going to start our Noblesville Street Department will begin sweeping streets on Monday of next week, and the circuit will start in Old Town. So during that time, if you see street sweepers, if you could please maybe not park on the streets, try to get in your driveway if possible or off the streets. What this will allow us to be able to sweep the entire street, obviously, which is very important. Sweeping removes all of our salt, gravel, and other debris from the roadway. Obviously, over the winter time, a lot of that builds up, so we're going to be out and about keeping our streets clean this spring, summer, and then another round in the fall as well. So once we start, we'll go all the way through the fall on a big circuit throughout the city of Noblesville, and we appreciate your patience and your willingness to help us with that project. Second thing you need to know, speaking of downtown, 10th Street, which is kind of the main artery that flows through downtown Noblesville, we're going to begin between Maple Avenue and Chestnut Street, so kind of here by City Hall going south. We're going to be replacing sidewalks, getting some new sidewalks, which is really important as we talk about our downtown being more walkable, more pedestrian friendly. So that is going to start next week. The Downtown Sidewalk Program identified this area due to major trip hazards caused by tree roots in downtown. So on Monday, tree removal along that corridor will begin and sidewalk replacement will occur in April. Now, before you freak out, I know this is a little bit of a change for folks. We are taking out 22 trees that have caused the roots to go up and pop the sidewalks up, but we will be replacing them probably in the fall, so not instantly because of the type of tree we're replacing with 41 new trees that are appropriate street trees. So we're taking out 22, we're putting in 41, all a part of new sidewalks to increase safety and mobility in downtown. That'll be out all throughout the 10th Street corridor from City Hall to the south starting next week. Third thing, our Disability Resource Fair. Hey, kudos to Lexi Rock and Matt Light in the mayor's office. We launched later last year our Disabilities Resource Council. The Noblesville Advisory Council on Disabilities will hold their Disability Resource Fair from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, here at City Hall. This will be the inaugural event. It's going to be free and open to the public, so please stop by and see us. It's an opportunity to learn about resources that are available in our area for individuals with disabilities, caregivers, business owners, and more. So we have a lot of folks in that space that want to learn more about how to maybe make your business more accessible, or just if you are a family member of someone who has disabilities, please reach out and come on Tuesday night and join us for that conversation and that resource fair. There's going to be a lot of great groups there, and you can learn more about them on Tuesday night from 6 to 7:30 right here at City Hall. So I hope to see you. I'll be there. Our city council will be there because they'll meet at 7 o'clock. So there's a lot going on that night at City Hall. So stop in and see us. You can see how government works along the way as well. Fourth thing, Sarah Karloff visit. All right, who's Sarah Karloff, you might ask? Well, she'll be in person at a showing of a silent film called Dynamic Dan, which features her father, Boris Karloff. Boris appeared in 174 films and is known for being Frankenstein and the original voice of Dr. Seuss the Grinch. That is pretty cool. So her dad is Boris. Sarah is going to be here for that film. And Dynamic Dan, which was filmed in 1924, is a boxing movie with a romance element starring Kenneth MacDonald and featuring Boris Karloff as the villain in the plot. The film and the appearance by Sarah will be held at Preservation Hall, our good friends there on Logan Street, from 6:30 to 9:30 tonight. So on Friday night, that film is being shown, 6:30 to 9:30 tonight. Preservation Hall, tickets are $10. You can get them right there at the door. Stop over and see our friends at Preservation Hall, run by Noblesville Preservation Alliance. Great people over there. Welcome to town, Sarah. Thanks for sharing your father's craft with us. And then the fifth thing, kind of a weekly recap for you. There's been a lot that has gone on this week. A lot of you have asked about it, so we thought this would be a great chance to show you kind of a quick snippet, or I just tell you, about all that has gone on this week in the city of Noblesville. So first of all, Peony and Poppy is a brand new store in downtown, right on Connor Street. It's a gift and home store. It's sisters Claudia Kirk and Kylie Linen-Decker, Noblesville graduates and Butler Bulldogs, by the way, opened the boutique adjacent to Charisma, which happens to be owned by their mother. I mean, how much of a Noblesville story is that? So go in. I stopped in, cut the ribbon. They are awesome. A wonderful group of folks investing in Noblesville. So thank you and welcome to downtown Noblesville, Peony and Poppy. I want to congratulate the Noblesville High School boys basketball team. I know this was a little bit of a rough weekend last weekend. Hearts were broken all across 46060 and 46062. The Mill had 2 sold-out games in the sectional as the number 2 Millers faced the number 3 Westfield. The Jensen family was there. That's maybe where I lost my voice. I don't know. Screaming in the semifinals, and they fell by 2 points to number 1 Fishers in an entertaining, close-fought game on Saturday night. So congratulations to our friend in Fishers. Now go win the state championship. Awesome season, Millers. We are so proud of you. Thanks for being wonderful student athletes and representing our city so well. Speaking of school, I know all of our 3rd graders across Noblesville have been taking, actually across the state, have been taking the iRead test this week. This is Indiana's elementary literacy test and is a huge milestone for that age group. So kudos 3rd graders for fighting through it, getting through a tough week. Yes, colds. All right. Next thing, I joined Council President Darren Peterson, my good buddy, and the city's economic development team to meet with Intermetco and to hear about their work at the globally in the metal industry this week. We also had several other visits to businesses out in the corporate campus. So thanks Darren and Megan Wiles also joined me as well. Really enjoying getting out and meeting some of our established Noblesville business. Hilmer Scientific is one of them as well that we've gotten to spend some time with, learn about their plans, learn about their industries. I really appreciate our city council coming along with us for those meetings. And then finally, my good friend, Sergeant Mike Hargrove, the school resource officer at Noble Crossing Elementary, will be highlighted on WTHR today in their Inspiring Indiana segment. Officer Mike, as the kids know him, self-published 2 children's books about Moochie, his pet bearded dragon that stays at school. Officer Mike read his book to students and donated copies to the library. Mike, thanks for not only keeping our community safe, but also leaning into literacy in Noblesville. And I'm excited to watch the story tonight on WTHR featuring you. And just, again, putting a wonderful positive spin, not only on our police department, but on our SRO program and Noblesville schools. So those are the 5+ things you need to know going into this awesome weekend. If you have thoughts, feedback, comments, concerns, give me a call here at City Hall at the number I never remember, or email me, cjensen@noblesville.in.gov. Call me, text me on my personal cell phone, 317-509-3134. In the meantime, enjoy a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, Noblesville, and we'll be back here next Friday.